New recycling techniques that will help stop the overuse of landfills, the new technology of waste management by Kristen Areddy. In today's changing world with new technologies and new waste products, it is important to understand new recycling techniques so you're not throwing away products that could be recycled. Recycling has become such a quick new trend among the United States, and there has been groundbreaking discoveries and new products that have been found to be recyclable. In this podcast, I'm going to address these following questions. What are the new ways of recycling that have been implemented in the U.S.? Why is recycling so important for the environment and the decline of landfill use? And what are future recycling technologies that will help the future of our planet? After researching these questions more thoroughly, I have come up with interesting results. First, a few of the most important new techniques of recycling that have been invented to decrease harmful toxic waste and decline in landfill use are a few of the following. First, I have found that Seattle's making food waste yet another mandatory recycling ingredient in its long list. The recycling goal is to reach 72% by 2025. Since food waste is found to be 23% of the space in our landfills, this new technique will help the U.S. tremendously if more states get involved. Secondly, looking for new ways to optimize the recycling of rubber waste, researchers have developed a material that is made from recycled rubber to develop high-quality plastic products which decreases the bulk buildup of rubber in landfills. Lastly, living in the generation of new electronic devices and disposing these devices can be extremely harmful to the environment because of a chemical in them called polymers. A group of inventors came up with a new type of polymer that can be dissolved in 30 seconds and can be reused without significant loss of properties. The impact of separate technology will be a decrease of the amount of electropolymeric waste discarded in the U.S. And as a result, there will be less organic pollutants and heavy metal water pollution. Another big question you may be wondering is why recycling is so important for the environment and the decline of landfill use. There is a continued decrease in available landfill space, which is relative to the amount of trash that has been increasing in great proportions. This shows how we're running out of room in the U.S. to put our trash, which is why recycling as much as you can is so important. There is also a direct correlation between landfills and the environment. One thing that creates the environmental hazard is contaminated groundwater. Proper construction of landfills and stricter controls of the most toxic waste and harmful materials are efforts to reduce contaminated groundwater. Since waste will always be a problem that the people in our world will have to face, I researched the future technology plans for landfills and recycling. The future of landfills is the understanding of landfills and how they work has transformed them. There is no doubt that in the future even more will be understood about them to make them even more valuable and much safer. The key for the future is proper management, planning, and guidance of landfills to ensure that they do not pose a risk and that when closed they are put back to good use. Now, the future of recycling depends upon many factors. A few key points are the recycling market in China, education about recycling, the development of single-stream services, new technologies, and zero waste initiatives. Regardless of where recycling has been or where it's going, improving the recycling and reuse of millions of tons of waste each year depends solely on the willingness of individuals and organizations across the country to do their part, no matter how small. After evaluating this evidence, I found that many of my results to my questions came from a variety of different researchers, and I have noticed how the more science-based researchers come up with plans that have to do with the decrease in toxic waste from different harmful chemicals in result of hurting the planet, when the more environmentalist view has to do with the harms waste does on physical environment like plants and animals, not the ozone. I believe if these two views come together, then we could come up with more thorough and beneficial plans of recycling and the use of landfills. I feel like the future of recycling and more environmental safe landfills are endless with the amount of new technology on the rise, but I feel like science is not enough. Since waste products come from every person on earth, I feel like the most important future for recycling has to be the amount of time we spend addressing this issue and educating the public with this issue. Recycling and limitation of landfill use are such important topics, but if people don't understand how to recycle or what to recycle, then our landfills will keep filling up with more harmful and reusable waste. In order for the scientific community to do more research on this topic, we the people need to be more aware and willing to donate and help with future research and let the scientific community know it is important and that we are concerned about it.